Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Infinitode 2. So let's continue with the new account series. This is gonna be episode 14, and now this is a voiceover recording because of the fact that I wanted to show you guys the progress that I'm making in this new account, but I didn't want to really play off recording, so I didn't want to really progress through and farming without actually showing you what I'm doing. So that's why I'm gonna speed up now this video, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, and I'm gonna show you just the most important things so you guys can see how I'm progressing through the game. I've already completed the story, so at this stage what I'm really doing is trying to increase my research and just progress through and just get the most important upgrades. So first of all, here I'm doing the daily quest. I'm not gonna go through the more specifics about the game because I've already discussed it in many other videos. What I'm doing mostly is I'm always trying to not only complete the quests to get additional rewards, but also to farm. So the daily quest is always an opportunity for you to farm resources, especially the ones that you need. And in my case, the ones I needed were Matrix, Tensor, and Infer. That's why, depending on the level, you want to farm those 3 resources or others in case you might not have. Always trying to go with different towers, trying to combo them between and always adapting them to which enemies are gonna come out. So for example, in this case, the enemies that were coming out were regulars, fast, and helis. So there was no need for snipers. There was no need for too many like Teslas or miniguns because of the fact that already flamethrower and venom especially are gonna be pretty good against those enemies. So yeah, just going through the daily quest here. I'm gonna go even faster because there isn't really nothing to do here other than just upgrading the towers whenever I felt that they weren't doing enough damage, trying to upgrade the minerals, placing bounties as well, trying to increase the income, doing the same stuff as I've explained in many other videos, trying to really maximize the efficiency and trying to survive as long as possible. Your goal is always to try to survive as long as possible to gain the highest amount of resources. I already completed the daily quest, as you could see there in the left side, top left, but I'm still continuing through, and I'm still trying to farm some more resources and trying to survive as long as possible. At this stage, with the towers, with the upgrades I got, I can survive roughly until like around 110, 120, somewhere around that. And of course, it depends on the level. If you can place more towers and you can defend more, you can survive longer. If you can place less towers, you're gonna end up losing earlier on. Really just trying to survive as long as possible, trying to farm and trying to get those very important resources. And that was pretty much it. So at this stage, the game becomes a little bit of repetitive, and it could become boring for some of you if you're always used to do something new. Of course, at this stage of the game, you are really slow progressing because of the fact that you need to do so many things. You need to upgrade so many things in research, so it might not be easy to choose which are the things that you have to upgrade first and what to do first. So here we go, that was the daily quest. I'm gonna now slow down to show you what I do. I always open up the chests right away, and then I try to go on research and try to see what I can do. Now at this stage, I was trying to max the mining speed for both Tensor and Infer. And then here on the towers, I decided to just go for a couple more levels on Blast so that it could level up more. You can see your max experience level and 1 extra upgrade level. And then I decided to do something as well for Minigun, 1 extra upgrade level so that I could upgrade it up to level 7. And then I think here just ended up starting to Flamethrower, because of the fact that Flamethrower is a very good tower for you to farm on custom maps. So I decided to start using some more resources on that tower particularly. And then here, once again, I'm just farming, in this case, 5.4. And I was just trying different strategies, different setups, trying to find the most efficient one to try to survive long and trying to get as many resources as possible. So you can see they're placing Infier. In this case, I'm using this level to farm Infier. And no, as always, Infier Matrix, Tensor, those are the most important resources that you need, especially as you progress through. But remember, you're always gonna need as well Scalar and Vector. So always remember to farm a little bit of those every time you can. And as always here, just placing the towers that I think would have been enough, then placing bounties, start getting some extra coins with the bounties. And yeah, so the strategy overall is pretty similar. You can see that I'm always using like also the same amount, the same towers, right? Flamethrower, Venom, Freezing, Tesla, Minigun, and Sniper, depending on the map and which enemies come out. I sometimes also use Blast or a Cannon, but yeah, overall, the towers that I use are going to be those ones because these are like the strongest towers, so that's where you want to use them. So here we go. I was able to place 4 bounties, and then here I'm placing the modifiers first, the mining speed modifiers for the right side, for the left, and then now upgrading all the miners level 1. And yeah, just trying to upgrade the miners as fast as possible, but still being able to destroy the enemies quite fast, so that I could get the double mining time and I could get some extra resources. So yeah, as always, the goal is trying to complete some quests at the same time, and then trying to survive as long as possible. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going too fast here, so that you can still follow what I'm doing here. I just upgrading the towers here. I was waiting to get this Infer level 3. And it's slowly here getting all the other towers level 6 as well. And yeah, so overall, this part of the game, when you start farming, could be a little bit long and especially very repetitive, because of the fact that there are certain levels in the game where the farming is much more efficient, and therefore you're gonna have to play these levels a ton of times. And it's always the same stuff, but it's at the same time, because of the fact that you always play the same levels, you also get very good at it, and you start really optimizing a lot your strategy, the towers that you use, how you use them, and you start being able to farm even better. So no, it could be boring from one side, but at the same time, the fact that you can really you really play the same level, you start knowing perfectly well what to do and when to do it, and so your efficiency becomes much higher. So that was level 5.4, and once again here we're just trying to max this mining speed for the miners. And then here I think I just upgraded, I don't remember exactly what I did here. Maybe I upgraded other towers. So maybe here level 7 for experience for the minigun, 1 extra upgrade for the sniper. You can see that I'm just upgrading the towers that I end up using, right? I'm not really upgrading the towers that I'm not using, because there is no point in doing that. And I was just trying to alternate between 5.4 and 5.7 because I wasn't sure which level would be the best. So I was trying to always play one and then the other level to see which one would be more efficient in terms of the amount of resources that I would be able to gain. And I like level 5.7 slightly more because of the fact that it has the core, so the core can boost your towers a little bit more. But the fact that the level is much longer also means that you lose more time, so it becomes a longer gameplay, and at the end of the day you end up farming roughly the same amount of resources as level 5.4. So yeah, I don't know, I was just trying to see the different strategies and trying to really push here, try to always do my best and to see which level would be the best to get more resources. So yeah, I played this level during the live stream, so you guys know pretty much what I'm doing here. Always placing bounties, placing the towers just to exploiting the top side of the map to place towers with long range, and instead placing flamethrower and venom in the bottom and blast as well, so to just be able to keep the enemies there as they came out. Then after placing on the bounties, start placing the modifiers, start getting the miners upgraded. And as always here, the goal is trying to survive as long as possible, and with the and getting as many resources, so farming as much as possible. The goal here is always not to get a very high score for the sake of it, but really trying to get instead the resources that are going to be needed for the research. So yeah, once again at this stage, as I said before, what I really need is like Infier and Tensor and Matrix, but I'm always farming at the same time like a bit of Vector as well, and Scalar. So in this map as well, there are a lot more of platforms, so you can place a lot more towers if you want to, but if you place more towers as well, you can upgrade them all a little bit less, because you end up spending more cash to upgrade all of them. So you know, it's a completely different gameplay from 5.4, and you can see that at the end of the day I can survive roughly the same amount of waves, like around the wave 120. Then the enemies become too strong, so I end up start losing lives, and eventually I start losing. But yeah, at the end of the day, the goal is always the same one. And here losing a ton of lives, and actually here, yeah, almost losing, and here I'm gonna lose. So once again, I was looking at the resources, opening the chest, and then continuing with the research. So here I was able to finally max Tensor mining speed, and then only Infier mining speed was left to max. And at this stage I started upgrading also the level 5, like also minigun and sniper, just to be able to get more you know, to be able to upgrade the snipers a little bit more. And then right here what I'm doing is I'm crafting this these blueprints right here, these star blueprints, because I really needed them for my research. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. And here I needed one orange one, but then I decided to give up because I didn't want to really spend too many resources on an upgrade that you know, for a sniper that I knew it's a good tower, but it's not really a tower that you know, it's so good. So that's why I ended up, you know, giving up on my attempt. And we're back here to level 5.4, and I'm gonna go even faster here because I'm doing the exact same thing as before. So like I'm placing my towers, I'm placing the miners, then I'm placing the bounties. And in this case you could see that I just changed slightly. I placed venom on the coin tile, and I placed instead freezing on the upgrade cost tile, just to try to get some extra coins from venom. Placing bounties here, then placing the modifiers, just upgrading the miners now. So it's, you know, it was exactly as before. In this case, because of the extra upgrade levels and the extra levels I got with research, my towers were a little bit stronger, so I think I was able to survive for slightly longer compared to my previous attempt. But yeah, once again here I'm really trying to upgrade the Infier modifier, Infier miner, as fast as possible. Then here maxing flamethrower, maxing venom, freezing Tesla. You can see just trying to upgrade different towers, and just trying to survive as long as possible. And yeah, once again, after wave 120, enemies become super tough, so that's why I ended up losing right there. Still not enough to max Infure mining speed. And then here once again, I think I got also Blast here, level 7 in terms of experience, so reaching level 14 and then upgrade level 7. And then here was just trying to see if I could get something else to help me to survive slightly longer. And here I decided just to go and start maxing Flamethrower, because of the fact that, you know, Flamethrower, as I said before, it's a tower that you're gonna end up using for farming your custom maps. And so, spending some resources and really maxing it out, it's not something that's gonna help me just for this stage, but also for the first and the early part of Endless. So that's why I, rather than, you know, keep on upgrading maybe like, I don't know, Sniper or Minigun or other towers, I really wanted to use my resources on Flamethrower. And once again here I decided to go again for level 5.4 because I liked the fact that the gameplay was shorter and I was still able to earn almost the same amount of resources. So that's why I went again for level 5.4. And I'm doing once again the same stuff. So placing miners, placing the bounties, upgrading the towers when needed, placing the mining exit modifiers. And yeah, you can see there that now my Flamethrower can level up to level 18. So it's just 2 levels short from reaching level 20, where I could unlock the level 10, level 20, either the ultimate or going for more power. And at the same time I'm farming, I was also trying to see if I could complete some quests, because remember that quests are gonna award you with some extra rewards, so always try to go for that. Once again here just upgrading the towers, and I was able to survive maybe a little bit longer than before. Like before I lost in wave 123, maybe here I was able to survive slightly longer. Or not. I ended up always losing wave 123, so it was exactly the same as before. But finally I was able to max mining speed of Infure, so this means that I got every single miner, it's now like as maximum mining speed. And so I started getting here the extra upgrade levels, so I could upgrade the miners slightly more. Then here I saw that I could upgrade each tower like a passive experience at max upgrade level, but I ended up running out of green papers. And that's the very first time this happened to me, that I've run out of green papers. So I was reaching a stage of the game where, you know, maybe I had enough resources to maybe get some more upgrades, but because of the green papers, I didn't have enough green papers, so I ended up needing to keep on farming to farm also green papers. So it was very it was the first time really that happened to me. And yeah, so I just continued. In this case I tried level 5.7 to see maybe now with the stronger Flamethrower I can survive also longer here, so I could be gaining some more resources. So yeah, I was always testing, you know, trying to see between level 5.4 and 5.7 which would be the best in terms of, you know, time needed to complete it, and then amount of resources gained. So that was pretty much it. Unfortunately, at this stage of the game, you also need a lot of, not only green papers, but also a lot of blueprints, you know, the star blueprints. I didn't really have a lot of the orange star blueprints, so I needed to craft them, or need to get lucky and to get them with the loot and with the rewards. So so yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate, but this really shows you that, you know, green papers are important in the first part of the game, So you have to be careful how you use them. And but yeah, not really trying to push too much and maybe spend them on bad things, right? So I ended up here reaching level 10 for a flamethrower, as you can see, and then upgrading the level. All right, and that was it, because this is the end of this gameplay. So I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.